Right, hello everyone and welcome back. Did I scare you? Sorry. Hello everyone, welcome back to round two of OTLR. For the first time ever, we are out Monaco. And if you think last race was a mess, I can't wait to see what today's race is going to be like. Hopefully, no safety cars. Yet again, we do have Sid driving around the track today. So anything could happen, but no. Being serious, it's gonna be very interesting. I've never really watched a league race around Monaco. I know some other leagues do it, but I'm never around to actually watch it. So commentating and seeing how it goes for once gonna be quite interesting. I'm joined by always Lanky be with me today. I think he's just getting everyone into the lobby, and we should be going pretty soon. Waiting for think five safety cars incoming. Now that's a stretch. I don't know. I think people are going to be driving safely. No dive bombs coming up the hairpin. Um, I don't really know where you could possibly overtake. I mean, maybe you could do a Lance Stroll and just overtake in the tunnel. But Anki, how you feel about this race? Corey says you need a Red Bull to stay awake. And speaking of Red Bull really does give you wings with what happened last year with Checo and the two Haas drivers. Will we get a repeat of that in this race today? Let's hope not, but it is possible coming down on the lap one. I think if we get through lap one and no one's like out of the race, I think we'll probably be in for everyone finishing unless someone loses yeah first. Is it red? We don't know yet. We're not in the lobby. We should be in the lobby. I think we're just waiting for a few more people. I think Marius is just having some connection issues. I don't know if EA is down. EA is playing up or not. It is EA after all. It, it's possible. Um, Also, there has been some lineup changes. Ryan in the Williams is no longer driving, and also Muncher in the Alpine is no longer driving. I think Muncher has been replaced by a driver called Dino, who makes his debut. This race is a Monaco for a debut is gonna be very challenging. Let's see. Reckon Sid will be out by lap three. I think that's too generous. I think that's too generous. Actually, yeah. Since I have time, I probably could have updated the line. Probably could. Ow! Why is that so loud? There we go. It's been updated. Dino 5K replaced Muncher in the Alpine after he has dropped from Alpine, and Ryan has stepped down from Williams, leaving W Jones on his own. But I think he does have a teammate today who's reserving up. Speaking of last race was really well for Myth, who managed to get the place on who came I forgot who comes second, but Myth grabbing the win last time. Although he grabbed the win, Red Bull is not at the top of the constructors. That actually belongs to McLaren. Marius Amrati doing well to gain those extra points over Red Bull. And I think these will be the two strongest teams. You've got Myth, who's obviously clearly he's got the pace of winning the first race of this Bitch 10, who never has the pace last season as well. But McLaren, those two work really well together. I think it's going to be a very close fight between McLaren at the end. Who will come out on top? I have no clue. Because you got tracks like Monaco where anything can happen, and if it is wet, then anyone can matter the pace. And speaking of last time's results, I really should have got that up, but I can go through it again. So last week it was a myth. I mean, it's already in this. It was myth grabbed P1. I think if I remember correctly, my memory's a bit shaky, but I. So myth got P1. Marius and also McLaren got a 2 and 3, which is really good. PW Jones of a P4 that was also really good. I think there was some problems between Lorenz Pat and some other drivers, so he dropped down. He did originally start, I believe, P2, but finished 5, and then I think the most surprising finishing for us, I think if you count out the Division 1 drivers from last season, Daring Alpaca P9 was the highest scoring ex Division 2 driver, so we can see what he can do. Times around here, Pole from other drivers has predicted 108, but anything can happen. As that Reagan Flater should be okay. So he was a racer last season. Now he is back. Let's just see if we are getting going soon. No, we're not. We're just waiting on literally one more driver. Then we should be getting started. Also, here is the track map. Monaco is 3.3 kilometers and 19 turns. It's going to be a very tough driver race for the driver. It's either going to be really tough and boring, or we might actually see some action happen. Especially with a two-stop mandatory. Rain also could come into effect, and if that does, we won't know who's going to win. But I think predictions for today's fight would definitely be between the McLarens and the Red Bulls. Um, who comes out on top? Honestly, I don't know. It's a matter of who knows this track best. And if I'm being honest, I think Glitched Hen in the Red Bull actually has the upper hand. So yeah, we'll see. As I actually need to check myself. Yeah, Glitched Hen in the Red Bull. I think he might have a chance of getting pole as well, but obviously can't count out this. But I'm really excited to see what the strategies will be like. Got to be a two-stop. Do you think people will go for the soft run at the start, get that over with, and then go for the long stint, or do you think they do the long stint first and then mediums, like a hard medium? Mm. I would say I don't think I've. Thank you. Do you mind saying something? Oh, yeah, that's not good. Say something again.
Now, can you hear
There
me?
we go. Sorry.
I'm
That
here.
it
I
should
was
be
it.
sorted
I
now.
was right.
Effects of getting a new headset. Right, as we are actually on the track now, some people just out for the out lap. As I think the RB driver is actually the first one out on track. So we go on board with him. Is it Dr. Still? As I think it is. Actually, go. Stream's very delayed for me. It's totally issue. Is it two stop at ask? Is it a two? Yeah. I mean, it's whatever it was in real life. They've made it so it's like that in the game. I don't really like that, but it's just the way it is. They should have removed it by now, in my opinion. As we're actually about to get. We're actually about to get Dr. Steel, the first one to set his time. What can he do? As it is actually a night race. I totally forgot that this was happening as he hits the wall in the entry of that corner there. It's actually a night race today, guys. So I totally forgot that was happening. The drivers voted on it, and that's what we came to. is at 18.5 for the first sector. Can the first driver get? Oh, as he's having a bit of a scrappy lap, hitting the walls from the exit of turn one and also the exit of that hairpin there. So obviously struggling to find some grip. Other than those two hits, it is looking like a pretty decent lap as he invalidates. That's going to be his lap over. I think Sering Alpaca, the second one to go and set a time. Doesn't hit the wall. Does he invalidate in this corner? No, he doesn't. So far, it's looking like a pretty strong lap from him. Almost hits the wall. This is the corner where you need to be very careful. You don't want to hit that wall and go straight on. So far, it's looking really good from Sering Alpaca. But across the line, it's looking like it's going to be into the 111s. No, 110.3, sorry. That is really good. As his teammate crashes into the walls, somebody cares, out in qualifying. Glitch 10 crosses the line for 9.9. Not that much of a difference between Sering Alpaca and Glitch 10 as Bossmos sets his lap. He goes to 10.1, only a tenth and a bit behind Glitch 10. Sid P3 ahead of Sering Alpaca. What can Drizzle do as he's coming up towards the end of his laps now? So far, Glitch, the only driver into the 109s. Goes P4 with a 10.3. Ratty is next to go and set his lap. As he invalidates, it would have been a 10.9, but that would have put him P7. As I think Myth, oh, who is it? Craig Inflato, or Juice. No, Juice is about to finish his lap as he has a big wobble coming out of that final turn. Crosses the line, it's looking like a very slow lap. Puts him P9 for 12.1. So far, pretty close field between the front three. Sid doing well to be up there for 10.2. So we thought Sid would be the first one out in this qualifying session, but no, he somehow has made it. Craig and Fato doing well, not to invalidate in that corner. I think this is the track where you really need to be brave. So far, it's looking like it's pretty brave. Oh, Wesley has a massive wobble. That's going to affect his lap times tremendously. Yeah, it's looking like a pretty slow lap from Craig and Flater as he hits the wall there again. And it's Myth that's next to set a timer. Can he push Glitch 10 down to P2? If he can. It's a lot to ask for, but he does. He goes ahead by a lot of a 9.3. So Myth, I think he could get into the 1.8s. Or these two Red Bulls.
What's a single digit? I don't know a single digit lap.
the 108s.
You're talking about 108. So I wish. But no, like we're already in the nines, so yeah, we are like nearly there, with still 10 minutes for evolution.
Dr. Still just messing up that hairpin a little bit. It's obviously not the most comfortable around this track. Hopefully he can set a valid lap time. I think Grizzle's just a bit ahead of him, who's 2 up, and he spins and he has wing damage. That has probably got to be the worst case of commentator's curse right there, surely. We go on board with him and he loses his front wing. Dr. Still for personal best in Sector 2.
Yeah, he needs to try and qualify the best he can this week, as Dr. Steele, unfortunately, I think is carrying a 5-place grid penalty.
Goes P3 with a 10.1, just ahead of Bossmos. As who is next on a flying lap? Is it one of the Alpine drivers? Oh, I think it's PW Jones about to start his lap. Go on board. Not gonna go into the camera like that because it doesn't look nice. PW Jones having
to sort these cameras.
I know.
Have you had the one in? Go on. I'll let you carry on.
I
I'll
was
let you carry
gonna
on.
say he done well last race, managing to get P4. I don't think he crossed the line P4. I think he got it off positions, but did well to stay with the pack ahead of him and get that position. Sorry, what you saying?
Yeah, the awful broadcast camera on Monza, I think it's one of the worst ones, Ascari, and it shows you it. It will stay on, I think the bridge, the straight with the bridge, where you go under the bridge,
Yeah.
and you're just watching the car disappear behind trees, and the camera just sits there. It's an awful camera angle.
PW Jones is 4 tenths up. It was still a very scrappy lap, hitting the walls. What he do is he's about to cross the line. Will it be an improvement? Crosses line is an improvement by 8 tenths. Puts him P4. P3 down to
Close.
P5 is
Yeah,
very close.
we're close for Dr. Steele and PW. It's only a
Forgotten
thousandth.
Borders did his half a tenth up. He said he wants screen time and it goes into the pit, so that's his screen time over. Glitch 10, 4 tenths up. Oh, he's starting his lap? I think he is starting his lap. On board with Glitch 10, he needs to improve quite a bit if he wants to get ahead of Myth. 2 tenths improvement. Definitely doable from him. As he's 7 tenths down on his times. I think he's on an out lap or he's doing 2 out laps. I'm not sure right there. KFC bloke crosses the line, goes P8 right ahead of Staring Alpaca. The debut driver of Zeno, I think that's how you say the name. Zeno is on his lap. He's currently sitting on a 10.9 P10. He needs to find quite a bit of time if he wants to gain any positions. So far, I think it's a really close field, to be honest. Like, as in, like, fighting for the person ahead of you. He's just about down in his time. I don't think he'll be able to find any time to improve in these positions. Unless he had a really bad last corner. Might be able to find some time here. Does well not to hit the wall. If that was me, I'd definitely probably go straight in. Does improve by 2 temps. Stays P10 for 10.7. Next, at a time, I think one of the Craig. Craig crosses the line of an improvement of 1.4 seconds. Goes 13.1. I think Ratty's on the lap, who is currently doing a 16.5. He's already messed up his first lap. He really needs to improve if he wants to get up in his position. Especially considering that he doesn't have his teammate today due to some issues. So if he wants to keep McLaren in the lead of the constructors, he's going to have to do well. So far, it's looking like a pretty good lap from Ratty. What can he do? He enters the final corner now. It's just foot to the floor with DRS open. Will it be into the 109s? Oh, just about. It's pretty much a 10 flat. Puts him P5. What can Ty Clear do as he's about to cross the line? 3 tenths up in sector 2. Crosses the line for a 10.7. Puts him P12. Juice has invalidated his lap, so that will be him over. What about Staring Alpaca? Staring Alpaca is on a out lap, so he's setting a time. Ty Clear is 5 tenths up on his time, actually. So that would definitely put him maybe P11, probably P10. Find some even more time. So currently, Dr. Steele with that 5 grid penalty will be sitting currently P11. I barely passed Mass, but I think that's just about right. Oh, as Ty Clear lost a bunch of time. He's 1.5 down in his time. He'll probably be going back to the pits to try and go again. Sid is only marginally up on his sector times. 6 tenths up, sorry, in sector 2. So that would currently put him comfortably maybe P4, maybe P3 if he can improve in this final few sectors now. All he has to do is just not bottle these final few corners. Does well to go through them. What time is it going to be for Sid? Hits the ball in the final corner. Goes P3 with a 9.5. Only he is really close to Glitch Hen. So Sid is doing really well. And he
Said
hits
that.
his ball. Yeah, as... Okay. Okay. Oh, I was literally just... okay. Fifth attempt,
No
almost two
comment.
attempts down on his time. Me and Corey were speaking before the race, and we thought he was definitely going to do what he just did, and he proved us right. And Myth break into a sub 108. Glitched Hen going marginally faster, only just about, but it's Myth. Myth invalidated, so he needs to go again. So far, Glitched Hen is provisional pole, but only 100th of a second. So I think that's the right
Yeah,
terminology
Myth has
for it.
got end plate damage, so he's gonna have to be in and out
In and out
quickly.
pretty much, yeah. As I think Saring Alpaca is not on a lap. Maybe he is. Sometimes the sector time is pretty weird, but we'll go on board with him as he's the only driver, I believe, that's currently either on a lap or an out lap, but he's going really slowly, so I think he's on an in lap. Zeno is 2 tenths up, but invalidated. So he needs to get back to the pit as soon as he can and get those fresh tyres on. As always, we do have a lobby restart. Sid goes boom. Yes, he does. Into the wall. We got the Sid special. As I don't know what it is, but I just realized how delayed the stream is on my phone. Is it like that
Yeah,
for
I think
you?
sometimes it's different on different platforms because I can load a stream up on Xbox and then my phone is usually ahead of the Xbox or behind one of them, but it's definitely not the same time. Like there's a good 10-20 second gap. So
That's,
yeah, sometimes I think it's platform dependent.
I mean, Sid doing well to be P3 right now. The I think he could definitely get low 109s. I don't know if he'll be able to get ahead of Myth, unless obviously he makes any more mistakes. Bitch 10, he might be able to get into the 108s as Pipe Tech just cuts that corner. He's not playing around. He wants to get out and set his lap as fast as he can.
A bit of traffic coming around that tunnel.
Hopefully he doesn't get in the way of Pipe Tech, who is currently on the lap. Hopefully he can improve to gain any some positions.
Yeah, they're all gonna be starting their laps pretty close to each other. Whoever's not on one.
Pipe Tech 2 tenths up. That
It's
was
just
still really
nature of the
put him.
track, though, isn't it? There's not really much space to like get much of a gap.
Unless they all
This
slow down in
Aston
the
Martin
final
and
corner.
Mercedes are pushing each other. Well, Mercedes is pushing the Aston Martin at the minute.
Is contact on?
Ghosting is they won't be able to hit each other, but
Oh, okay.
he was sort of like hanging right on his diffuser.
Pipe is 4 tenths up. That is really good from him. That will put him maybe P13 if he can have a good a few clean last laps. About to cross the line. What time would it be for him? Oh, it's only stays where he is. I think it might be Sid. No, it's his teammate of Dr. Steele that's next to set a lap. 2 tenths up in this time from before. What we do is he cross the line of 9.4, goes ahead of his teammate. And it's going to be close. What can Sid do? As Sid invalidates! I don't know if he has enough battery to go again. It is Monaco after all as he goes into the pits. Him invalidating his last few laps really cost him there. I think Jack is next. No, it's his teammate. Who's his team? It is Dino who sits P11 as a Ferrari was spun around. That is Juice out of this qualifying session, and most likely P14.
He's still warming his tyres up, so he's getting ready to start his lap. He's our closest man to the leader at the
Who,
minute.
sorry?
Myth. He's just coming around the final corners. He's been warming his tyres, so he's just about to start his lap.
We'll go on board with him soon, but Zeno currently going through Sector 2. He is marginally up on his time. They do as he comes through the tunnel now. I think this is just the end of Sector 2. Will he be up on his times? The KFC bloke, the two Ferraris retiring from qualifying. Just shows how hard maybe the race will be later on if they're pushing. Dino, a 10th up on his time. He needs to find some more time if he wants to gain any positions. To final corner now, foot to the floor, he crosses the line. Wouldn't it be an improvement? Yes, it is. 3 temps puts him P11. Is next to set a lap time. Is it Craig Inflator? Is down in his time, unfortunately, so that will be his lap over. As we have, I think, Ratty about to cross the line, 3 tenths up. Gives him into a 9.8. Myth is 2 tenths up.
Myth was 2 tenths, yeah. He's going to be
Well, almost 3 tenths up in Sector 2. He might be into the 108 here. Crosses the line. It's not. It's a 9 flat. What can Glitch do to respond? It is a 9.3. So losing out on some time. Myth grabbing pole by quite a lot. By 3 temps, almost Glitch 10. I think he might have just had a bit of a moment in the final few corners. But
yeah,
he was on probably to take pole.
I think he gained in his first sector. Coming into the second sector around the hairpin, he looked really quick. I think that's where he must have gained a good chunk of that time back.
We've got Myth P1 followed by Glitch 10, so a Red Bull 1-2. Then a Visa Cash Up RB 3-4 with Dr. Steel and Sid, followed by Bossmos in P5, Dizzle in P6, Ratty P7, Jonesy P8, and Seringa Packer 9th, and the KFC bloke being P10, filling out your top 10. So obviously Ratty probably just having a really scrappy lap or just not really comfortable. But I think the two drivers that we probably have to focus here the most are definitely Sid and Dr. Still. Those P3 and P4 would definitely help them when it comes to the race pace, how hard it is to overtake here.
I'm sure off the top of my head, them two might have been teammates last season.
In the McLaren, I think they were.
Each other. Yeah, and they were close to each other for the majority of the season. So those two have been quite close together for quite some time on pace-wise at most tracks.
Obviously, we know how greedy some people can get when it comes to lap 1, turn 1. Hopefully, it's not a repeat of last week and people manage to make it through. But yeah, I'm hoping for 0 safety cars. It does seem like a track where safety cars will be a regular occurrence, but I disagree. We go into the race start for where all the drivers just go straight and crash out.
Pile up into turn 1. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Ferrari.
Ferrari's going airborne.
As that is probably the quickest I've ever seen anyone crash out. I don't know about you, but from last season, the times for people crashing out has definitely improved.
Yeah, like sometimes you'd nearly get a full lap off of someone, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think the Division 1, I think in Silverstone Reverse, we had someone do a whole lap before retiring. I remember that.
They all did it by the end of first sector, so
yeah.
Nicely done. I mean, the quicker they do it, the quicker it gets set, and they can actually get ratings, so it better. It's them. The quicker they do it, benefits them, doesn't it?
As for strategy, what do you think it's gonna be the right strategy here?
If it stays dry, I think medium hard, or a medium hard medium if they wanted to break it and be on faster tyre towards the end. I don't know what wear's like personally, so I don't know whether the hard is
Oh,
gonna
I
be the option.
just
We might see someone
realized
try that.
it isn't an Visa Cash App RBP 3 and 4 because Doctor still has a 5 grid penalty,
Five
but
place, he
that
does.
is still really good managing to get that position in qualifying because he won't drop too far down the order, and with Sid currently P3, anything can happen going into turn 1. So yeah,
Yeah, so Dr. Steel will
where would he?
1, 2, 3, 4,
He'll be
5. He'll be
P8.
eighth.
I just had to
Yeah.
count on my fingers.
So PW Jones, Ratty, Diz, or
Has Marius
Bottomos and Sid.
joined the lobby?
Yes, yeah, I did see him join. So that's
So he'll
unfortunately,
be
obviously, he'll have to start from the back. But
yeah. So that is good news for
at least he got him.
Nobody Cares, who won't be starting dead last anymore. Starting, I think, I think Dizzle might need another invite. I think he left.
Yeah, I've just got him. I think he's just joined back. Yeah, he's back. Nice. Him and Marius.
Right. No, mate, it's your reverse grid, right? Oh, you wish. While we wait for that, me go. Let's just see what the drivers have to say. As there's actually some mixed reactions for the track. Some people liking it, some people not. Some people feel like they got impeached. Although ghosting is on, I think they still have the right to report them for like, as it is still a visual distract. Visual, say the word for me. I can't say. I can't pronounce it. Distraction. There you go. Distraction. Visual distract. Distraction. Visual distraction. There you go. I've got it. What I think of your quality masterclass? But P18, P17. So you're not dead last. So you didn't even have to set a lap, and you're not last. That's good. I think maybe you have to set a lap quick. I can say the word distraction. Is that right?
You speaking to me then? Sorry, I was mirroring world.
That's actually, while we wait, I want to know for the people in the chat, how many channel points do you have for OTLR? The amount I have is a crazy amount. But obviously, there's been people here that's been in this league way longer than I have. Obviously, been watching the stream. So if you have any channel points, let me know how many. I want to see who has the most. Only 2,000.
I'll have a look.
42k. Of course you have 42k. We shouldn't be surprised
Oh, that's nice.
there.
I have 40.3k.
I have 16k, and I thought that was a lot, but it's not compared.
We're OGs though. Well, especially Ricky.
I mean, yeah. You guys been saving up your points. Yeah, it is. As actually, I don't know if it's gonna be streamed, but I know that OTLR want to do special events, maybe around F123. I think if we could get,
You see,
if,
that appeals to me because I've seen it's Paul Ricard and I love that track.
I was gonna say if we could get a few people racing that track on that game, I will happily jump in the car and I will. We can stream a race of that. So far, it's
Yeah,
looking like it's gonna be
I love
dry.
that track.
Yeah.
So it's such a good track for racing. A lot of people like didn't like it, but it was simple. But the fact that you had to nail that final sector to really get the time out of the lap, I thought it was a good track.
Yeah. Maybe it's something the admins discuss when I know that it's already been discussed with like the events, but I don't know how many people would download F123. I shall. I just realized how different this game is compared to that one. On this game,
Yeah,
I
I'll have a
never
look if I've
use.
got enough space on the Xbox for it.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. You don't have
Oh, it's fucking
three
bad.
terabytes of space
Excuse the
like I
language, but
do.
it's bad, isn't it? Like the size of games now, like something like COD, that takes up a quarter of your
300
space.
gigs.
Yeah, or most of your space on the S, because you only get, obviously they call it 500 gig, but you take 100 gig off of that for the software. You don't actually get the full 500. So yeah, you put COD on it, and then especially the whole game, then and you're done. That's it. But that's how they get you, and it's where they make the money. Oh, buy an expansion card. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but even then, they're like
Like,
kind of expensive. I bought like a
yeah,
three
they're over 100
terabyte
quid each.
storage, and it was like £50.
Yeah, they're them ones, the external hard drives, but it won't run next gen games now. You need a solid state drive, and they're over 100 quid.
Yeah.
It's
So you know, what I
it's
think you should just
ridiculous.
do. I think,
Yeah, I think it's best option.
yeah, honestly. If Sid wins this race, you've got to buy one right now. It's about to get 5 lights. Who is going to get the start? Is it going to be Glitch or is it going to be Myth? As lights go out now, so far it's like a pretty good start for Myth. As Sid is also having a good start, manages to hold off the Mercedes drivers. There's a bump ghosting, as we saw it happen last week. So Sid actually losing out on some positions as all three drivers are currently inside of each other. Sid goes down to P4 due to what just happened there. That is very unfortunate for him. Oh no. Here we go. So that's the strategy. So a medium hard as Sid is still currently P3. So obviously something happened as the Ferrari there. I think that was Juice who was stopped on track. He does keep on going though. Fell down to P13 though. The Sid doing well to cover off Bosmos. As there's, I think there was a spin. That is Sering Alpaca, who spun in the tunnel, manages to keep going, but he's got major front wing damage. That's a very unfortunate race start for him. As is he about to make his? Oh, what is he doing? That is not the kind of racing we want to see. That is not the move you should really be making with front wing damage. I'm sure the stewards having to say something about that after the race. However, Sid is flying out there right now, if I'm being honest. I thought he lost his position, but still P3 and lap one's over. We had a minor collision with Sering Alpaca. Brake inflator, something happened to him. He might have picked up some damage. So the stock is still all three of these drivers going into the pits. It might be towards damage, it might be towards strategy, who knows?
Yeah, it could be a bit of both. Can it like get an early pit stop done, seeing as they Dr. Steele especially, he dropped straight to the back after the first couple corners.
It is doing well to stay
I even
behind.
had to check. I saw him at the back and I was like, I definitely put him in 8th, didn't I? So I had to look at the race director.
Is Sid about to
And I was
make a
like, yeah, he
move?
definitely did.
He is real close to behind Glitch 10, so he's doing well to
This
maintain
is
his pace.
strong start from Sid so far. I'm so, like, nothing against Sid. I'm not slating him or anyway, but
Yeah,
you know,
neither here, but it's very,
this track especially, like, yeah, very surprised to see him racing so strong at the minute.
I think most drivers opting to start on the hards. As Bossmos is closing down on Sid, but as we said before, it is really difficult to make a move around here, so I don't know where he can even try and make a move. Maybe in the tunnel, and just if he's late on the brakes, he might be able to. But even then, that is a really brave move to be made. So Marius is actually P13 now, sitting behind Juice in the Ferrari. Is he about to make a move here? No, he's not. He tried to look for it, but just decided back out last second.
Hey,
As
Sid
that is a
is all
beautiful
over the
camera.
back of Glitch,
As I think
coming
they should
through the
just add a
hairpin
DRS
then.
zone in that tunnel right there, and just get rid of the chicane. As Sid,
They
as we
have been
talk
talking
about
about,
it, gets a 3-second penalty. That's unfortunate.
yeah, how many of them's coming?
Yep,
Penalty
Juice with a...
bingo.
Sorry, what was you saying?
Same penalty bingo, a bit like in Imola. It's
Yeah.
going to be by the end.
Oh, I meant with the DRS, sorry. I cut you off there.
Yeah, the DRS, I'm sure that I saw somewhere that they were looking at revising the layout for Monaco. And that was one section they were looking at doing. So maybe a possibility there. Whether they'll DRS it or not, I'm not sure. But I did see somewhere them talking about either changing the chicane or just fully removing it.
As we go on board with Marius,
So
Marius has the pace to pass all of these drivers, but just because, as it's Monaco, he just can't. As you can see, he's getting like right up to the back of Juice, even the just touching his rear ring just a little bit right there. He's definitely going to be making a move out of anger pretty soon. As I think he might be doing it now. I think he was almost side by side there. But I think he just fell a bit back. 4 attempts is not enough to make a move to the upcoming chicane.
yeah, if Sid can keep it close through the final sector, I think he should obviously get Glitch down the main straight. He definitely seems like he's got more pace than Glitch at the moment, I must say.
I mean, yeah, considering that Myth is already almost 3 seconds ahead of Glitched. I mean, obviously, doesn't have to worry about defending from behind. As Marius finally makes a move on Juice, it's actually P11 as Jack goes into the pit. So he just gained 3 positions there. Something must have happened to Nobody Cares. As Marius is kind of flying through this field, the 10th behind Ty Clear. Can he stay a 10th behind coming up towards the
Oh,
tunnel
we got
section?
Mercedes and Kick fighting. I think Mercedes keeps it though. These are making a couple of wheel bangs with Sid.
As going through this section just gives you so much anxiety.
It does. It does.
Does Sid
They're
have
side by
damage? I
side now,
think...
look. They're side by... Oh,
Oh!
contact!
Bosmos is... Bosmos spins out. Will that be a safety car? I don't think it will. He is
If he keeps
dropping
it
down the
moving...
field. He's going to come out P13. I think he should stay P13. Keeps on moving as there's a yellow flag from, I think, the Haas. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he just tried to go for a
No,
move.
the camera angle wasn't... It sort of switched right as they made contact.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Dropping down from all the way to P13 as Dizzle. Is he going to make a move on Sid here? The side by side. Oh, I think that's the outcome of trying to go side by side into turn 1. Sid doing well to stay
It's
ahead.
just so hard at this track.
Hmm.
Hopefully the cars being... I mean, they're not going to be much smaller, but hopefully the cars next yeah, they can be a bit more racy here.
Bosmos goes into the pits. Might be able to get really strong undercut depending on what tire he goes on.
Sid has definitely got more pace than Glitch. Glitch is just hitting the way, like.
I mean, they could be playing also a team game because it is a Red Bull currently 1-2, and Myth he's gapped the whole field pretty much. 5
Yeah, he's
seconds
gone.
in. Oh, as Diesel cuts the course there, he's gonna have to drop back a few places. Does so, goes P5, gets a penalty alongside it.
Yeah, I
Ratty
thought that
now.
was a bit of a harsh one because he did slow right down and wait for the cars to pass him.
Hmm.
Just the game still registering it as him cutting the corner.
As I think it's just going to be a very difficult DRS train until we get
Yeah.
a few pit stops here.
I can see Sid getting frustrated soon, if not already,
Yeah,
because he's been right there
there's
a
a
couple
safety
of
car,
times.
a
And
virtual safety car. I think
oh,
that
yeah,
is
that
Dr.
slows it down.
Steele, who spun
Lets
coming out of
people
the
sort of
chicane.
gather themselves back up a little bit and recharge.
I think Dr. Steele might have did something similar to what I think it was Kimi or Bortoletto did in Monaco this year when they just touched the wall coming out of the chicane. Maybe lost a tyre there, as it is only a virtual safety car, so Myth
There
can
is really
comfortably
no
stay
margin
ahead.
for error in there. Like, you turn that fraction too early and
You're
or too
done.
late even,
Yeah.
and it's hello to the wall. Like, it's an unforgiving track.
As a thing I noticed with the virtual safety car as well, I feel like most drivers don't really know what pace to drive at. For example, Myth has gained a second and a bit on this virtual safety car.
Yeah, glitch. I'll have to try and keep that delta reasonable.
Hopefully we
I
don't
mean,
see
it's
any
gone back
10
to
seconds as
6.
well, because we did see some of that last time out. As I think it might... two drivers of a drive-through! So, as you was talking about with the Delta... Wait, what
Yeah.
just happened? Ratty, currently P2, gets past Glitch and Sid. I didn't even see that. That happened in the blink of an eye. That is huge for Ratty. Did you
Has
see
he caught
that?
them napping? Has he
I
caught them
think he
napping
caught
there?
them. I
Yeah.
think so. He's currently
I think
P2.
that's how he's managed that.
But
He
Glitch
must have.
10 fighting hard against Myth. His Sid tries to make a move for the inside, just backs out. That's probably one of the smart thing to do. As I think Glitch is also starting to struggle with tyre wear, as he has a bit of a wobble coming out of that turn. Craig retires in the pits. It's an unfortunate race start for him. A second out of 18 drivers to retire. Marius
I
currently
like that camera
P7
shot.
as well.
The airborne one, crane camera over the swimming pool.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice camera shot.
As there's another yellow flag up ahead. I believe that might be... Who is that? Is that Jack? No, it's not. There's a driver up ahead of a yellow flag that just passed Myth.
KFC, I think, lost position. I'm not sure if it was him.
There's a driver up ahead that has got a yellow flag. It's the Williams driver of... Is that Jones? Surely it's got to be, right? No, it's not. So
Jack?
who is
No.
Jack?
I'm flicking through trying to find Williams. It's not Jones.
Is it... For me, there's an Alpine driver coming out of the hairpin of...
Is that the DNF'd one?
Maybe. That's Craig.
That's
So
why
wait.
we're not seeing it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
I
he
think
did
that's the
retire...
DNF'd one.
He did retire in pit, so it's just... I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I think the game's brought his car back out on track, hasn't it?
Oh,
by
it's
the looks of
Ratty
it?
DNFs! That's going to be a full safety car, surely! He spins coming out of the chicane! No, it's only a virtual safety car! This is devastating for McLaren and the... Oh, that is so unfortunate. Ratty
Hey, these
just
stewards don't want that safety car button today.
yeah, I was gonna say that is so unfortunate for Ratty. He got the jump on Sid and glitched 10 of the first virtual safety car. That is that is very unfortunate for him. We didn't see exactly what happened, but I'm gonna guess it's the same thing that happened to Dr. Steele coming out of the chicane. He might have just turned in too early, a bit too late, and just hit that wall on the exit. It's tie
But for
clear,
people that
stays
have already
out.
stopped, I don't know what the tyres are like. Could they stop and take a hard to the end? I mean, that's 29
They,
laps. That's a lot of
I
laps.
mean,
I don't know how long they
they
last.
still have to pit. That's the only thing as well.
That's why I see some people pitted near the start, didn't they? They've already done one. So
I,
could they get the second one out the way now and take hard to the end, or is that too long?
as I would
Does the
usually
tyre not last
show,
that long?
as Seringa Packer also gets to drive through. That's unfortunate. I would usually show the like pit stops, but I think as it's Monaco and it's a two-stop mandatory, I think it's better
Keep
if I
that,
not
yeah,
show. As I think
yeah.
Sid has pitted and he comes out ahead of Glitched and Marius. I mean, comes out ahead of. So I don't know what happened with Sid there, but Glitched has fell back quite a bit. As there's another driver, I think. Is that still Craig Inflator that's there?
Surely his car's gone
Yeah,
by now.
he's
Yeah, now
finally
it
gone.
has.
There we go. Try clear
Only after another
P2.
like extra lap, you know, just it needed a cool down lap.
This Marius doing really well. P18 to P5. And we're not even halfway through the race yet.
Yeah, and then Ty's in second. I don't think he can't have stopped yet. Maybe no, because he was back in 8th or 9th from me.
Was the Alpine gets really close to Sid there. So I think maybe either Glitched made a mistake as he was entering the pit, or he got held up. And I think that happened last time out, if I remember. I think it was either him or someone else during a virtual safety car or a safety car. I think he got held up as drivers were either exiting or entering the pit, so it had to be exit. I think Saudi is that the Red Bull's at the end of the pit, not the start of it, right? So he must have got held up as people were leaving the pits.
Yeah.
Tire clear enters the enters pits. This allows Sid to go P2. You wonder if Glitch and Ratty made contact. Glitch had damage from it. Maybe. So maybe he did have to change a front wing. If he did, and he's still P5, that's really good from him to stay there. He is on the hard tire, so he's probably looking to go out on the long run. Smith has really just shown dominance throughout this whole entire race. 7 seconds ahead, and he has pitted.
Yeah, he's been very quick. He like that qualifying lap, and then he's just done a Max Verstappen in that Red Bull from the front.
You got a really close fight for the podium spot. Marius chasing down Zeno, Zeno's chasing down Sid. As there's another, will there be another safety car?
KFC.
KFC, maybe just had a bit, maybe just lost the rears, as it is really common during that corner. it isn't. It's looking like no. There's and no, it's Dizzle. Also does the same
Same
thing pretty
corner.
much.
Yeah, there's like a dip in there as you go round the corner.
Yeah, and it makes it really
It
easy to lose the
unsettles the
rear.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marius Anderson, 2 attempts behind Zeno. Can he make a move coming up towards the DRS straight? You see, he's got the pace. He's just struggling to find a place to make a move stick. I think he might be able to make this move stick here. However, there is a small DRS train that is being led by Sid. But makes
Oh,
a move on the inside.
great
That
move.
is an amazing move.
That was
The first actual overtake of the race so far.
yeah.
That was a
That was
beautiful
a
move. The Alpine there just slightly goes to the back of him.
it's just one of those where like I'm gonna keep my foot down and whether it works, it works.
And I
But
think
no, you don't sort that. I wasn't expecting that. It caught me off there. Like you don't sort of see anybody try that.
Marius is actually P3. I don't think he's pitted yet. Glitched also gets past the Alpine. So Sid's going to have to do
Marius's
some
damage
wonders here.
limitation.
If Sid wants to currently stay where he is right now, then he's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, because he's carrying that penalty as well, isn't he? So as it stands, they'll lose 3 positions, I think.
As you just go into that camera there, and it just shows how close some of these drivers are going to the wall. As Marius
Is going.
makes the move on the inside, it would say it's a bit scrappy. Does he give the position back? No, he stays ahead. Still kind of side by side, no. So Sid goes P3. I thought he might have had to give that position back for a second there, but no, he stays ahead.
No, I think Marius looked like he was alongside. It was just it's the nature of that corner. It's so tight that they just had a wheel bang as they went round it. But he was definitely fully alongside.
Marius is
Well,
actually
it
in
looked
for a
like anyway.
sensational drive as well. P18, currently P2. He's 2 for 2 for when it comes to overtakes. As Glitched tries to make a move on the outside of Sid. I maybe would say that's not the best place for an overtake, but that allows Marius to get ahead. As if you were
Starting
Sid,
to ramp up a bit now.
would you fight this?
Yeah, I'd be putting my car in the middle of the track and trying to make it as hard as possible. I wouldn't fight
as I
too
think
much
Sid and
because
Glitcher in
of
the
that
wall.
reason. Yeah, literally taking the words out of my mouth. But I was just about to say I wouldn't fight too hard for
that is so unfortunate.
But I would put my car in the middle of the track for sure.
Do the drivers have damage? I don't think. No, so Glitches has
I think
damage.
Sid's got left end plate.
I think. Yeah, they
Oh,
both.
no, Sid's got big left wing.
Yeah, Sid's way worse than.
He's missing a
Glitched.
slat as well.
That is so unfortunate. They were both doing so well. That does allow Nobody Cares, who was P17, to get P4. Well, provisionally anyway. Sid struggling. He needs to pit. If he pits right now, he might come out still in the points, but not as good as where he was.
Through goes Jones. Hey, yeah. Do you know what? Jones, Marius. They have. I mean, Jones was alright, sort of okay with his starting position, but Marius has definitely had a good
Sid
race.
is now missing his entire wing.
Finished that wing off. Yeah.
That is so unfortunate for him. I think. What's your takes on that situation? I mean, I don't know if I should be asking you since you're a steward, but as a commentator's point of view, what do you think of that?
From what I could see on our broadcast view, it looked 2 for 1, half a dozen the other, like, you know, hard racing, contact model of the game. They've wheel locked, which is, yeah, without seeing on-board point of views, obviously. Judgment from what we could see, it just I don't know if maybe Sid turned a little bit early, which is why he ended up wheel locking, but
But on another
no,
note,
it looked like hard racing.
Sid could still come out in a pretty good spot because he doesn't have to stop anymore. If he wants to, he can take those tyres onto the end, whereas Glitch Hen has to go to the end on those medium tyres. Because he's done a medium, hard, medium so far, but I don't know if those mediums will last all the way to the end. I think he is anyway, unless he
Big
chose...
ask, and it's 20,
Oh,
20,
is he on
yeah,
mediums or is he on
20
hards? I
laps.
can't... Oh, he's on hards, never mind. So... they both still could come out in good positions here. Obviously not the P3 and P4 they were, but I think they can still pick up pretty good points if they manage their tyres.
So we've got glitched right. There you go. He's just making the move on Jack coming up the hill. Them fresher tyres. Jonesy's slowly catching Snowbody cares as well. From watching that time from PW to Snowbody, it's coming down.
As Nobody Cares could potentially be on for a podium as Dino picks up his first 3-second penalty. I think PW Jones has gained quite a few tenths on this lap alone. Currently
Yeah, he
sitting
has.
1.4 behind Lee.
I think he knocked half a second off through that lap. It's glitch with the new sets the new fastest lap. Those fresh tyres and new wing. And clean air. Is he in clean air?
I believe so,
Yeah, he's
yeah, he
6
is.
seconds. Yeah.
Oh, look at that camera.
Yeah, I love this camera above swimming pool. I think it's a great shot. But PW, he makes so much time through this final sector. I don't know if that's a confidence thing or tyre.
Juice retires. There's the full safety car! And they just
There it
passed the
is.
pits!
Yeah, these have just gone past. Obviously, Glitched and Sid have only just stopped, so I'd imagine we might
This
see
is
them stay
huge for
out.
them, actually. I don't know what it actually know. What's the I don't know what the time loss is for a pit stop under a safety car. Myth should come out P1, but the likes of a glitched head and Sid, I think they might be able to just about bounce back. Maybe into the top 5 as Boss Moss also gets drive-through penalty. Let's just see it as it's gone board with Sid and glitched hen as it just about gets ahead of Ty Clear. Myth, I think, would pit. I'm not sure what tyres he's on. It has been a bit of a lonely race. They've got 19 more laps to go. I am going to guess the drivers went for a harder compound of tyres, so I'm guessing he's going to go for another set of hard, yes, as he goes for another set of hard tyres. Marius, does he stay out? I think he needs to pit one more time, so he's going to use his chance for that. As also, this does kind of halt PW Jones' chances of overtaking Snowbody for now, as when the pack catches up, there will be dirty air and then make it 10 times more difficult to overtake.
Yeah, they've all gone in.
So now they enter the pit and Myth has catched up to the safety car. They don't have to follow the Delta anymore. The Sid might be able to come out. No, he won't. He'll stay P7. But he's going to be right behind Glitch 10 again. And he's going to want to get that move back.
Round
So,
two
round
or
2, here we
three
go.
or four, is it? Like
Well, round
one of
20, really.
them. Yeah, yeah, they've.
I think the only downside now is that I think Nobody Cares pit. I think he did. Yeah, he pitted with PW Jones. So all the drivers ahead of Glitch and Sid have pitted, and all the drivers behind them as well have pitted. So they're the only two drivers. They're at a disadvantage right now. So we have 11 drivers remaining out of the 18 that started this race. Let's say Aston Martin stopped on track. Oh, he I was gonna say. So overall, 22 laps in, how do you think this race has been compared to last race?
um,
I feel like the racing has definitely been better. It's just that the style of track is what's
yeah,
made it
it's
a bit
tough enough
scrappy.
on this track, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marius is P2. This is a sensational drive from him. He is obviously last year's drivers championship. He's definitely going to have to fight hard if he wants to get it this year. Myth back in the mix. Do you think Myth could grab a win? I mean, obviously, Myth managed to gain a bit of time, but it's no longer a Red Bull 1-2, so they can't work together as much.
Yeah, and Marius has shown some really good pace coming through the field, and obviously
The only
some of the
driver
guys
actually
making
to make
mistakes,
a...
but he's made his way through. So, is he possibly able to bring a fight to Myth in this final stint? That'd be interesting to watch. Because Myth is he's been in his own world since the start of the race, so I'll give him something to think about.
Safety car should be in this lap. The rest of the drivers just slowly catch up. So far, all drivers except one to get a point. I think right now the two drivers I'm most impressed by is definitely Marius and Nobody Cares in P4. They've managed to have a clean race, 23 laps with no penalties. Safety car should be entering this lap, yes. Go on board with Myth. This race restart. You're going to be very careful, especially around this track. It's so easy now just to get a 10-second penalty. I think
He's
Myth
gone early.
gone. That's very early from Myth, and I think it might have worked. I think he will keep his position for now. Will any other drivers able to make a move coming up to turn one? Could be a very intense fight. This final few well, final laps. It's not even the end of the race yet. I just realised we've got 10 or more laps so to go. And you can really see the disadvantage that Marius had with not doing quali, because he has got pretty much spot on, or maybe just a bit more pace than Myth at this current time. All he needs to do is make that move stick, as he's already out of the DRS. Rosino's out of these DRS. DRS is enabled. And we see Marius make a move where he did on Sid last time out, as I think he might have gotten off track there.
Oh, he had a look. He definitely had a look. You could see him like having a little lean out to see whether he could get it done, but Myth's got a little bit more pace than the last. Well, I say that, but it seemed like Myth had the car in the right place to not leave a gap for him to attempt it.
This is where Marius made a move last time. He is 4 attempts back. I don't think he'll be able to make a move stick this time out. Definitely needs to be closer if he wants to try and get the move on the inside, as he did on Sid.
Yeah, I think we got a fight on here, and Zeno, he's hanging on that DRS at the minute.
Kobe Jones gets a second pen.
So it could be a battle of 3 of these yet if Zeno 5K can stay with them.
This would be huge for Zeno if he can actually stay behind Marius in that DRS zone, as he's just a second away from where his penalty will be fine and will stay P3. His debut race, he might be up for P3.
They've already got a nice little gap to the car behind, and Nobody's not got no threat yet, but PW is... He was showing more pace before, wasn't he? So whether that was tyre difference or whether he does have more pace, we'll find out.
I think PW Jones also has to worry about glitch behind, so I don't think he's too worried about Snowbody's just yet. I think he's more focused on trying to get out of that DRS attack from a glitch. This is currently 8 attempts back. Oh, just look how close he's getting. 3 attempts. Can he make a move? Coming up to turn 1. I think he's close enough.
DRS just doesn't seem to have much of an effect.
Sorry?
The DRS, like...
Honestly, I don't get it around this track.
Yeah, you open it, but it just doesn't seem to make a difference. By the time it starts to make any difference, you're hitting the brakes. It is very tough. It's all on your exit out of the final corner, I think. Like, being able to get that power down early and get the better run out.
Also, another thing, this might sound odd, but I think Marius and Myth being faster than Zeno is actually helping him out so much, because he's going to be in clean air, which allows him to find a bit more pace and get ahead of somebody cares, as he's already 2.2 seconds ahead and doesn't even have DRS.
Yeah, now PW's in DRS, so nobody's going to have to start looking behind. Got Ty within half a second of Sid as well. And Siren just behind, so there's a little cluster there.
As PW Jones retires, the same thing as the
Oh,
past
that's
three
huge.
drivers. I
He's
don't
done
think
it
this
in
is.
that corner, yeah.
Yeah,
I can see his car on the left-hand side in the wall.
that is so unfortunate. That allows nobody cares to get ahead. Stay P4, sorry, and glitch him 3 seconds behind. That is so
Oh,
unfortunate.
these three fighting it. Siren, little love tap on Ty Clear into the hairpin.
As although
Ty
Ty
Clear's
Clear
all
doesn't have
over
the
the
quaddy
back of
pace,
Sid. He's
he
going for it.
makes a beautiful move.
Great move.
Oh
Yeah, that
my
was a great
god!
move down into the hairpin.
Someone
Fair
clipped
play,
that.
Ty.
That was amazing. That was absolutely amazing.
That was a
Goes
good move.
P6. That is such a deserved move. Holy smokes.
But yeah, Sid's carrying the left end plate, and Ty clearly had the better turning through the tunnel, which allowed him to get set up for that. That was nice.
I don't even know if I can clip that. Oh, someone needs to clip that. That was beautiful.
You can. It has clipped.
Okay, good. Oh my god. I'm definitely showing that on stream. That was amazing.
That one and the Marius one. That's two
That
good moves.
honestly, I don't. I generally think Ty Clear's one might be number one for me right now. Obviously,
Yeah, he
Marius
was late on the
P18 to
brakes
P.
there.
Oh, that was great. 10 more laps to go. Hopefully, we get more moves like that. I don't think we will, as Ty Clear is 8 seconds behind Glitched. As
PW
Marius
puts
hits
in
the
the
wall.
chat. Yeah, PW puts in the chat. He wasn't even pushing, and still dropped it. It's just the
I
nature
think
of the track that I think, mate. It's just unfortunate though, because you
you're
you were
flying.
running nicely. Yeah.
I think half of the drivers that have retired have all retired in that one corner.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say that. Four of them. Three, at least three, four of them.
As Sid pits. Oh, Sid retiring.
So yeah,
Why
he's
you would
struggling
have
with
got?
that wing.
Oh, wait, yeah, damage.
Yeah, he had left wing damage.
I mean, he should have stayed out. He would have got points either way.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have completed enough of the race to be
Sorry.
classified. He retiring now. Yeah, he wouldn't have completed enough to be classified.
That's why you shouldn't give up, guys. That is a free point he could have got, no matter what happens.
Now, if he loses a good spot by a point, he'll regret that.
So, as who's that going slowly? That's Alpine. Oh no, it's Sid. That's really unfortunate. Sid has had an amazing. He's had an amazing race today. Even though he's retired, I think that is a great performance.
I think he's probably surprised himself, especially with his qualifying.
Yeah. I mean, almost grabbing P3, so nobody cares. Gets a 3-second penalty, so that will pretty much put Zeno in P3. Nobody cares will be 5 if Bitch can catch up in the next 8 laps.
So Marius is still right on the back of Myth. Why all that's been going on, these two are still playing follow the leader at the minute. Well, Marius is. Are they on the same tyre? They gotta be, haven't they? Yeah. Same tyre, same time, so they're evenly matched.
I think maybe Marius is struggling with dirty air a little bit, as he does like have a bit of a love tap coming out of some of these corners.
Yeah. Myth has got to be running low downforce or something, because there just seems to be absolutely no benefit from opening that wing.
I think you can run a 45 foot.
Like if Marius is burning and opening that wing, there's just no. You look
So
at the time, and it's just no gain.
as I think you're definitely right about that because Marius seems to be catching up in like sector 2, but when it comes to this
Yeah,
sector, you see he's just gained almost
the
2
straight
temps there.
sectors with the speed, Myth sort of.
As I was saying before I cut out, you can definitely run a 45-45 in this setup, I think. You don't have to run 50-50. As you could just see there as he scrapes the wall.
Yeah. His tyres are probably feeling it a bit more as well, being in that dirty air.
Marius would have to pressure Myth into maybe getting an off track or just making a stake so he can try and grab this. If he wins this race, that'll be a drive of the season.
Yeah, he's been solid. Yeah, you know, so far, Myth, and he's not made a mistake. He's kept himself out of trouble. I mean, he's had no trouble around him, but you know, he's done that typical, like I was saying earlier, the Max Verstappen thing. Just start from pole, disappear, and have a Sunday drive to the end. I mean, not quite because he's got Marius, but almost
I just want to
a
go on
Sunday
board
drive.
with Bosmos and Zering Alpaca, currently fighting for P7. Who's going to get ahead when coming towards the final sections this lap? Bosmos almost makes a move, but Zering Alpaca does well to cover him off. I think Bosmos might be able to make a move. He is close. Will he make a move on the insides? Looks for it, doesn't go for it. Stays behind for now, P8.
Even if Marius stays where he is and finishes P2, he's can't. Surely he's got to be happy with it. I mean, obviously you you want the win, but from where he started, you take that.
You know, obviously it's the Monaco's first time in OTLR, so it would be good to have that statistic on next to your name when it comes to say we have it in a few seasons time. As Bosmos
Especially a
almost
last
makes a
first.
move. He actually does make a move around the outside. Oh, that is a very scruffy overtake. But I think he might be able to make it stick. No, he doesn't. That is a great fight between these two, still side by side, as he just backs out during the last. Oh, that was some beautiful racing right there. Staring at Packer doing well to defend. If any of these drivers have damage, I think they come out of that cleanly.
Excuse me.
I think maybe Bosmos might have some damage as he is hitting some walls on the way out. No, he doesn't. So maybe it's just the dirty air starting to affecting him. Got 4 more laps to go. Fight is for P7 and for the win. Going on board with the wing camera coming to that chicane. Oh my god, that is the scariest
Yeah.
thing you've probably ever seen.
Yeah, was that on with Marius then? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's who I was with. Yeah. Oh,
As,
he likes to bang that wall.
as Bosmos is still behind Saring Alpaca, definitely wants to come make a move stick if he wants to gain any more points for Mercedes, as I think his teammate of Lorenz Patton is not racing today. So these guys definitely going to take a hit when it comes to the constructors.
Haas picking up some nice points. You know, both of them in there. And then both the RBs are still going.
Both the RB.
And
Oh,
Alpine.
Red Bulls, yeah.
Yeah, and
I thought you meant
Alpine.
like.
Jack and
I mean,
Zenna.
although Jack's been at the very back of this race, pretty much the entire race, I think I would applaud his patience because he's just managed to keep on going, and that's what's managed to get him points.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack's the only one that's made a
As
third
boss,
stop.
oh, we missed it. No, actually, no, we haven't. It's still currently going
Yeah.
on. Will boss make a move coming into this tunnel? So close, 1/10 almost. Will he make a
Is
move
he
on the
gonna do a
inside? He
tight?
goes for it.
Oh,
Oh no!
the wing camera was not
Oh
the cam I wanted there.
yeah, that is. I think staring out pack has damage. Final 2 laps of the race.
Call this cough. Excuse me. Apologies.
I think it might be manageable, but I think Bosmos might have the upper hand here. I don't know what happened in that situation right there, but he has damage. No, I want to watch this corner actually. I think something might happen in this corner as he's
Yeah, it's
still
going.
defending hard. Oh my god!
Pinched.
Bosmos, he spins! They both spin! Oh my
Oh,
god!
Moss keeps it.
I called
He
it!
saved it.
I called it. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Oh,
That is so
yeah. No
unfortunate.
comment.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, staring Alpaca with the wing damage, I think the move with Boss Moss making the move was always going to happen.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It was on. It
yeah,
was just a bit of a pinch, I think, from
yeah.
Siren. But yeah, we'll. No doubt that'll be one that the stewards will be looking at, having a little review possibly.
High Clear
So
picks up his
that'd be
fight.
the better view.
High
These
Clear picks
cameras,
up
they
his.
don't help. They don't give away a lot, do they? Like, they don't tell a lot of us. Like, the onboards tell so much more of the story than what you see on broadcast.
The one thing I don't like about spectating a race is that you can't save the replay and watch it back.
Yeah,
Glitch 10 now is actually 6 tenths behind. Oh, Marius with a 3 second. Oh, but he's 12 seconds ahead of Zeno. Never mind.
yeah,
So
that
that definitely
confirms his
puts him
second
P2.
place. Yeah,
I mean, unless Myth has had 38 laps and still out a penalty. So even a
he's led
clean
every lap,
glitched.
hasn't he?
Oh no, Glitch has got a 3 second penalty now. So somebody cares is actually in for a P4 spot. Glitch needs to make the move happen on track. I don't think he
Yeah.
will as they're entering the last lap now. If he needs to make a move, he needs to make it now.
Now down this straight. No, he didn't seem like his car was happy getting the power down there. I heard a lot of wheels spin. Marius though, 16th, 16 places gained to get into that second place. You know, he's got to be happy with that. I would be. I know that. Around this track, damn right. A track where you don't think you're gonna get many overtakes done, and you almost do last first.
As definitely as we were talking about before, Glitch 10 obviously pitting earlier. I think
Yeah.
Snowbody has this. I think he might be P4. This Glitch has a massive wobble coming out of the chicane. On board with Myth as he takes the first win in Monaco in OTLR, followed by Marius, who's P2, and Zeno on the debut in OTLR gets a P3 around Monaco. Very impressive racing from him. So nobody cares. P4, best finish so far this season. I mean, there's only been 2 races, so yeah, best finish for him. Glitch 10, P5, definitely would have been higher up if he didn't have that collision with Sid. Clear, who had a beautiful overtake on Sid, sits P6. I think it's maybe the best he could have done with the circumstances that happened. Osmos, oh no, Clear P7 after penalties, maybe, sorry.
Yeah.
Osmos P6 definitely would have maybe been P3 if that start didn't happen of being out. Staring Alpaca P8 and Jack doing well just to keep that patience and getting P9. He picks up 2 points for his team. Sid is the last of the top 10, however he DNF'd, so he won't be classified as a finish. That was a very good race. I love those three main overtakes we saw.
Oh yeah, the overtakes were great overtakes.
I think so I think now Myth has actually got a pretty comfortable lead in the standings.
Yeah, he's definitely made his mark on the opening races.
Oh, so pretty much what it was last race is what it is this race, with Myth P1, Marius P2. Unfortunately, Ratty and PW Jones, they DNF, so that will allow. So nobody cares who sits on 0 points. He finished fourth, so that's 12 points. He's going to be matching with PW Jones, so he's going to be P5 in the standings. And as for the constructors, I think Red Bull might just about get ahead. And Haas also, since they both Haas will get ahead of Williams. I think that is a very great race we've had today. That is our top three. There's a Myth, Maris, and Zeno who gets a podium on his debut. Quickest lap was a 12.1, 3 tenths ahead of anyone else. I think Ty Clear had a.
Monaco, that was better than I expected. You know.
I think definitely the drivers of the day. Well, I'm gonna pick two. It definitely Nobody Cares and Marius P18, 17. Sad because it's the first time. I mean, you might. I think you might just about no. Bitch had 5, I think. So that will put. That is it. Do you want to do interviews? Uh,
Uh, just asking the guys. Be interesting to get Marius's point of view, like how frustrated that must have been. Really frustrating for him because you could see he was there trying to get the move done, but just Myth's setup seemed to just have enough on the straight to keep him at bay. Uh, there they are.
all
They're ready
three
to
of them.
drag. Yeah.
Oh, wait, do I have a joke?
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Here is our podium. Got our race winner again, Myth, who got P1, and also Marius again with a P2. And then we have, I believe, which is our debut driver. We've been calling you Zeno, is that correct?
It's Zeno.
Zeno, okay.
Yep.
Here's our P3 on his first race, Monaco OTLR. I think that was a very interesting race at the start. Myth, we'll start with you. You gapped everyone. It was almost 8 seconds ahead. Obviously, the virtual safety car and safety car happened. How did you find your race? How did you find your race? Pretty much.
I mean, I don't know. You probably should ask the people behind because I've done absolutely nothing different from lap 1 to lap 39. So yeah, it was not very eventful for me. Obviously, I had to push a little bit at the end, but not really that much. So yeah, at the start, my teammate just wanted to build a gap, so in case of a safety car, we wouldn't have double stacked. So that's basically it. That's literally the strategic plan we had, and then we just boxed under safety cars. Not really that much.
Obviously, at the end, you guys had a really close fight. Obviously, it's Monaco, so it's pretty tough to make a move to try and grab that win. But we'll move over to Marius, is my driver of the day, completely missing out qualifying, starting P18 and getting P2 in the end. How did you find the end of that race? Because we saw you trying to make so many moves, but obviously just couldn't due to the dirty air, just the state of Monaco.
Yeah, it was great fun. I was a little bit worried when I couldn't join Quali because it's hard enough to overtake on this game, and then let alone Monaco. But it was quite eventful, with some great battling along the way. But those final 15, 20 laps or whatever was quite brutal. Trying to get past Myth, but not really having any chance.
Obviously, the as for the constructors, I think you guys might be a close P. But was you with on the radio with Ratty when I don't know what happened with him? Or do you not?
Yeah, he just clipped the wall. It ripped off the tire, I believe. So yeah, unfortunate because it's the first time we lose the constructors lead since he became my teammate.
Obviously, it's going to be a very close fight between you and Red Bull. Looking at the rest of the season, how do you feel about the upcoming tracks?
Yeah, we're definitely finishing 1-2 the rest of the season.
Oh, it'll be a very close fight between you and Red Bull. Sure to keep an eye on it. And then Zeno, your first race in OTLR, right?
OTLR before I was under a different name beforehand.
Oh, okay. So he was here before. How are you finding it?
Um, I've enjoyed it. For the first race, I was kind of anxious since it was Monaco, because I know there'll be a lot of DNFs, and quite frankly, I thought I'd DNF. But no, it was a fun race, quite eventful, fun battling. I was on my toes quite a bit because of Snowbody and Glitched chasing me. I kept cooking the rears to the last sector. So I was a bit relieved when both them got penalties, so I I was buzzing with that. Luck was on my side today.
Do you actually? I think you managed to. I don't know what your strategy was, but you managed to maintain that gap pretty well with Snowbody Cares. Obviously, him getting a 3 second penalty at the end, obviously made you free. But I think you would have stayed P anyway because after that last safety car, he was doing really well to stay in the DRS, or at least within a second of Marius. I think after a while, I think they made a bit of a gap to you, and that's when you started to gain a bit of time on Nobody Cares since she was in. I think that was a really good race on you. How do you feel also about the rest of this season? Confident?
Yeah, I'd back myself. I'm confident. I want to take the fight to the Red Bulls, the Marius, Myth. I want to take the fight to them. Not saying I'll be able to, but I'll try my best because they are very quick. They got me quicker than I anticipated, but yeah, I was happy to hold on to the back of them for the first couple laps after the safety car because it helped me gap Nobody. I noticed I was quicker than them in the middle sector. That's where I'd gain my time, and through the final sector, I would also gain my time. But I was cooking my rears constantly through the last sector. Uh, but yeah, hopefully getting the podium more, maybe get the win. But if these two are around, it's going to be very, very hard.
Any questions?
Yeah, Silverstone next week. How are you guys thinking of that one? All three of you, like, is it a strong track for you? Do you think like it's gonna be a three-way, most likely? Well, it could be. You got Lorenz and that wasn't here this week to add in there, and Glitch as well. So I think there could be a few of you, and you know, at that front end, especially on a track like Silverstone, and obviously overtaking is a little bit easier. So do you think the next week will be a harder one, like as in for maintaining position, or easier with the DRS effect?
Well, I don't think it's going to be easier, the harder than Monaco. If you go flat out, but obviously in Monaco you don't really go flat out most of the time. It's obviously a bit easier to overtake as well, which might help for the entertainment. So yeah, depends on what the others do. It's not.
Yeah, it's known for being a wet one as well, isn't it? So
Yeah.
us Brits aren't shy of that wet stuff here. So yeah, that could be something to shake up. But no, on that race, you know, quickly I'll say, you know, what you were saying there with it being tough with the overtake. It like Marius, when he had the wing open, he just didn't seem to have any like the DRS just doesn't seem to make any effect. So
We're not in Monaco now. But yeah, it's mostly the slipstream that doesn't make a difference.
yeah,
Right.
Not really the DRS.
The rest of the calendar up. I changed it so it's all nice. Able to see it now. So we got finally completed round 2 in Monaco next week for the 12th of November. We are at Silverstone, which is probably one of my favorite tracks. If Pole is not into the 25s, I'll be hugely disappointed. But looking at the rest of the season, I think it's going to be a very close fight between drivers that got the P1 and P2 today, but obviously their teammates as well. Be a very long season. Also, the thing that stands out the most to me is Austria at a last race. Hopefully, the title fight goes all the way to the last race, so we can have that extra epic battle towards the end. But that is it for this race. I'll see you guys next week at Silver Brains. I was with this.